everyone, Siren here talking to you today from my new home in Surrey, and today I'll be talking further about the role of Artist Liaison, how that led to me meeting and working with Lock and Load events, and how that also led to me getting my first assistant management role in the industry. Lock and Load events are a London-based promoter, however they are also the promoter for the Together night in Ibiza. For the opening and the closing party of Together, the Lock and Load team come over to Ibiza to be a part of it and to celebrate the opening and the closing of the season. At the closing party, I met Rob Yilmaz and Dave Earnshaw. Rob is the booking manager for Lock and Load. I was introduced to Rob by the manager of Amnesia, Chema. Chema spoke highly of my work, and Rob asked for my email address to talk about potential work when I returned to the UK. When I returned to the UK and reached out to Rob, I didn't just walk straight into another Artist Liaison role. I had to almost prove that I was capable of the role and that I was worth taking on board. So I started off working the Guestlist for a Delta Heavy night at the Electric Brixton. After a few more Guestlist shifts, I was then trusted to take on the Artist Liaison role for one of their nights. Because the Artist Liaison is dealing directly with the artists and their management and the teams around them and almost becomes the face of the night, it's important that the company or the promoter that you're working for really has faith and trust in your work and knows that you're not going to let them down, get drunk, say the wrong thing, or just not be present. My relationship with Lock and Load helped form part of the foundations for my DJ career, which I'll talk about in a few videos' time. As events are typically only run on weekends, the Artist Liaison roles weren't as often as I needed them to be for a regular income. One of the winters when I had returned from Ibiza, I applied and got a job as a Parcel Force delivery driver. It was hard work and not at all what I wanted to be doing, but sometimes you just have to do these jobs to get where you want to go. Towards the end of one of the Ibiza seasons, Will from Chase and Status introduced me to his wife, a lady named Sophie Kennard, who owns and runs SK Artists. Sophie and I were talking the whole way through the night, and I mentioned to her how hard it is to find music industry related work when I return after the season. Sophie had heard a lot of positive things about me and offered to meet me when I returned to the UK to discuss what options there were. From that meeting with Sophie, she offered me a position to be her assistant. At the time, Sophie was managing Melee, Lauren Lo-Sung, William Jocko and Denny. In my next video, I'll talk more about the specifics of the role. Since going to Ibiza, I knew I wanted to work in the music industry, but it was around about the time when I started working for Sophie that I realised that I actually wanted to become a producer and DJ myself. At the time, I really didn't have much confidence, so it was something that I didn't tell anyone. I was always nervous to share my DJ dream with people, but I think that's what made me work harder behind the scenes in the other roles that I had in the industry to prove to anyone that I was serious and to earn respect. If you enjoyed part 2 of my journey, please hit the like button, and if you want to hear part 3, then please hit subscribe. See you next time!